What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. Drink the coffee and make you feel better. Now, check this out. We live in a day and age where words get mistaken all the time. People don't go by the definition of the word anymore, especially if they don't understand the word. Now, if somebody doesn't understand the meaning of something, what do? They make up their own term for it and their own meaning for it. And that brings me to the situation of what one of the greatest top 5 greatest point guard to ever pick up a basketball, Magic Johnson, had to say. He said some interesting things about the term superstar. Check it out.
Quickly, define a superstar.
A person who can go on the road and sell the building.
There we go. That should be. It's a simple definition.
Simple. I'm going to see that person, right?
So you ain't talking skill on the court. That's it. You talk about
Draw,
the box office.
Yeah, you got to be box
Magic's
office.
in town. You're going to the game.
Yeah, a superstar got to say, man, or you running home from the office and saying, oh, I got to see him on TV, right? And that's what Larry Bird, people running home, right? Charles Barkley, people running home. Shaq, people running home. Kobe, people running home. And then, of course, the greatest that's ever played, Michael Jordan, people going running home to see him, or they're trying their best to get into the arena to see that brother play. That's a superstar.
Nigga, please.
Who could go on the road and sell the building out.
What's a superstar player?
Superstar player, they got to lead you to the championship. They got to lead you to the championship, and it's gotta mean so much to them. It's got to be painful.
Magic, magic, magic. If a superstar player is a guy that go to the NBA Finals, how come minutes ago you said Jalen Brunson was a superstar? It don't make any sense. Jalen Brunson ever been to no NBA Finals? Brother? So there you have it. Magic Johnson has the word superstar broken into 2 words. You could be a superstar, then you could be a superstar player. Okay? Now, Magic Johnson, we got nothing but respect for you as a basketball player, but what the fuck are you talking about? That makes no sense. You cannot give a definition for the one word and make it to 2 different things. It don't make any sense. You have to lump them all together. All right, this is what I was talking about. The term superstar. Now, Magic Johnson isn't wrong. He's basically telling you what I said about the term superstar, right? But the only difference is I don't lump them up into 2 different things because that makes no sense. Okay? A superstar is a superstar. And there's a lack of them. There's only about 5 per generation. They're usually generational talent. That's really it. All right? So, this being said, Magic Johnson, a superstar, the word superstar is one word. But inside that one word, there's many things that you have to check off consistently to be a superstar. Because you could make a case that a guy could be a superstar for a while and then just stop playing at a high level, then he's not a superstar no more, right? Okay, so then that fades the word away. Is superstar a word that you hold on to forever? Or is superstar a word that you keep for a certain limited time, all right? Now, one of the things he said was, there's a superstar, then there's a superstar player. And a superstar player was a player that gets you to the NBA Finals. Okay, that doesn't make sense. So if a player gets you to the NBA Finals one year, but dips off and never plays at a high level again, and never gets back to the NBA Finals, is he still a superstar? No, right? Because superstar has to be a word that you could use for that player consistently, right? And superstar is a guy that's blockbuster that will put asses in the seats. And again, only generational talent usually could do something like that, right? Consistently, not the flavor of the month, not the flavor of the week, consistently. All right. So a guy like Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Steph Curry, they put asses in the seats. They're blockbuster. They're Showtime. They get you to watch them. All right. But at the same time, they also play at a high level consistently. They win MVPs. They constantly make their team title contenders. They're constantly first team. They're constantly up for awards. They're constantly top 5 players in the league. They're constantly considered the best player in the league. constantly. Okay, that's the thing. Because I believe the term superstar could leave. All right? Now, it may never leave by name. Because if LeBron James dips off and becomes a non-good basketball player and starts averaging 15 points a game, he's still LeBron James. He's still the franchise and a marquee advertised player known as LeBron James. Correct? Now, hold on. Get that shit out the way. He's still known as LeBron. So, a superstar has to stay a superstar, even throughout his career. Even if his level of play is not high, he stays a superstar because you know who he is by name, right? If Michael Jordan came back into basketball and only averaged 4 points a game, it doesn't matter. He's still Michael Jordan, and you still know who he is, all right? He's always going to be a superstar by name. So you have to qualify for both, but both equals one because there's a list of things. Sports out. Peace.